when they hear that like my job majoritively majoritively rotates around like making cheats. Like they literally assume that I'm the devil. It's like if I'm not going to do it, someone else is going to. And at least I sell privately. I don't like sell publicly. I don't have a website. I don't like sell to any other fucking 12-year-old that wants to pay $20. Yeah, that's majoritively what mine is pretty much private. I have quite a few people who subscribe every month, but it's still private. I don't list it publicly. Like game devs don't know about it, which makes it a lot easier. Like if I made a public site, they could literally just buy the shit, download it, download my launcher, get the injection, and feel and see what the actual signature is. It's off-putting when it injects, and then just ban the signature every single time. So keeping it private actually makes it a lot easier. I mean, it definitely, I could make a lot more money if I went public with it, like Artificial Aim does, or like Vile Gaming, or Junk or Cheat Junkies, or like any of the other sites that are just like a bunch of like children mouth breathing coders. But like, I want like, especially for like CS:GO and shit like that, I would feel really bad if people got banned using my cheat because I like even though they're cheating and they do deserve to get banned, I would feel my fault. So I generally go by if there's an update for CS:GO, my cheat instantly disables itself just in case, but there's like such a low chance they'll ever patch my cheat. Like I feel like they've given up. That's why they introduced Overwatch and stuff. I feel like VAC 3 has just given up on updating and actually trying to secure the game. I have cheats for Rust. I just don't use them on this account because if there is a small chance that EAC opens up and updates one day and it injects, I don't want to get my main account banned. Like I have like 1,200 hours on this account on Rust. Like I don't want to ruin that. I have an account. I have three accounts actually, three Steam accounts with Rust bot. And yeah, now like I have a working cheat for it right now that like people are buying. But the problem is EAC updates every fucking day. Like legitimately every day they push a small update. So it's like it's almost not worth keeping up anymore. If I was selling to more people, I could see it being worth it, but like because I'm not, there's almost no point. The cheat's actually pretty cool though, for the most part. It's got like silent aim, so it can range bullet drop depending on high velocity or normal rounds. It can, for the most part, hit accurate shots from long range with the bolty, and it's extremely good up close. It almost completely cancels out recoil and blah blah blah. But the part that I find most useful about it is I was able to set an ESP to show actual alpha tool cabinets and the alpha tool cabinets on every level, and then the sister tool cabinets lighted. The sister ones are blue and the alphas are red. It's like the ESP is actually probably the most useful part. Like you could raid a base extremely efficiently using it. Yeah, the hammer seems to be working out for you. I wouldn't change up your winning strategy. But yeah, I think I'm actually going to stop with the rush cheat probably within the next month or so because like the CS:GO one makes me like 2 or 3 grand a month. Like just the CS:GO one alone makes me like 2 or 3 grand a month. So it's like I don't really need to do the other cheats. The other cheats make me like a fraction of the cost, but I put more effort into them. Like the H1Z1 cheat has not been banned in like 9 or 10 months, but it only makes me maybe $300 or $400 a month because like it's not easy to get the name of the cheat out and well known enough for them to actually email in and actually request a subscription through PayPal. That and fucking chargebacks are fucking awful. What do you mean by not a hook? Which game and which cheat? I use a hook for like anything screen related. Yeah, yeah, it's a DLL hook. That's basically the only way really to inject into a game, which is why the signature is so easy to scan for, which is how companies ban cheats. And most of the companies now, like EAC actively scans any kind of DLLs, any kind of processes, any kind of programs, any kind of services running, they scan it, which is why EAC is like probably the best right now currently for stopping cheating because they just have the most aggressive attacking methods at finding what you're doing or finding things that are running. Yeah, literally everything I do is a DLL injection. The only thing that wasn't was the Arma scripting engine, Arma 2 scripting engine, and the Arma 3 scripting engine. I didn't use DLLs for that because I didn't need it. But I did find a pretty cool way to avoid detection based on screenshot methods. Oh, you're good, man. I understand. Especially on a game where you could possibly get banned. I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why I think it's funny that like everyone thinks Frag hacks. Like I've watched him play and I've played against him and played with him like on the mini games and all that stuff. Like I know what it looks like. I know he's not hacking. I do think it's weird that he has so little hours but is somehow a PvP god. Besides that, like I've actually like paid specific attention to him and how he kills. The only time I've ever been killed with him that was weird was he shot me before he turned around. He shot me before he turned around, but the bullet was silent. The first one that hit me that killed me was silent. It said I was killed by unknown. Then he turned and then shot and then I died on the screen. That was weird. Like that kind of came off as like hack-ish sounding because that would have been like a silent aim, like a teleporting bullet cheat, where it's like you're just teleporting your a bullet to exact position of X, Y, Z. Yeah, that was the only thing that bothered me was like when that happened, I was like, wait a second, like what? How the fuck did he just do that? Did he melt the spot on the rock directly ahead of where you clear? Oh, that is weird then. Because like I've PvP'd with him a few times. I've PvP'd with him a few times, and I've actually beat him more times than he's beat me. But besides, like the time that I tried to counter raid with an AK while I was naked, that didn't work out. But yeah, every time I've killed him like 6 or 7 times, especially last wipe, and then I think he's killed me 5 times. And the times where he kills me, it's where I don't have cover. Like, if I don't have cover, he's probably going to get me. Because I've noticed that if you sit behind a tree or sit behind a rock or a wall and wait for him to spray a few times, if you pop out really quickly and just wait for him to spray a few times, when he's reloading, he's basically sitting duck, and he's basically dead. But I have noticed he doesn't have much recoil, because whenever I was fighting him behind a sign, like the side of a stone next to a wall like this. Like, I was sitting on the edge of it like this on the corner, and I was like popping out, and he was shooting at me. Every single bullet hit right here. Every single bullet hit like almost the same exact spot, like within a extremely tight, a really, really, really tight spot. I just assumed that he had really good control of the recoil, though. Yeah, see, like, that's the thing is, like, I don't like accusing someone of hacking because they can control recoil well, because, like, I know, for instance, like, I was DMG and Lim for, I guess, a week or two in CSGO. And, like, I know because I paid a lot of attention, I could control the AK recoil up until, like, the 30, or up until, like, almost the 30th shot. Like, the 30th shot where it dips to the left and then directly up to the right. I could never fully spray that part correctly. But almost every bullet between 1 and, like, 19 I had almost perfectly. So it's like, I wanted to just believe that maybe, like, that's what he's doing, is just really paying attention. But he just has no hours in the game and claims that this is his only account that he plays the game on. It definitely comes across weird that every single wipe, especially with that little of hours, that every single wipe he's top on kill leaderboards. And he never has an off day, like you just said. He literally never has an off day. His explanation for that was everyone was accusing him of cheating. So he did it. And yeah, basically a deflection is what he said. I mean, I got called a hacker by someone in your group. The day that it was two of you that were fully geared. I think it was I Try and Grim came over. They were fully geared outside of our walls, walking on that stupid fucking stone pathway. I wasn't paying attention, and they got the first few shots on me. They melted me down to like 30 HP. I popped behind the wall, ate 2 berries, and popped back out and dropped them both. And I don't remember. I don't. It wasn't even the two